Amira.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're from Seattle.
Today is Monday here in the Northwest, and it's the Monday right before the 4th of July, and so this was a work day, and so instead of going out in the backcountry, we put the boat in the water and actually went to dinner just downtown. And so we got to take some friends out and go for a bit of a cruise. So I'm a big fan of this brand, and this is my second. Originally bought the first to dive. And it's been a big passion for a long time since I was a teenager. And when I was going to buy my first boat, did a lot of research. Nothing was as safe or as stable in a small package as the 1410 I originally had. That boat took us everywhere. I mean, we had that to many dive sites year round. I've got photos of us out in the snow, in the backcountry, all over the place. And then when we thought about rebuilding our home here, we had a little bit more room and a little bit more opportunity to have a slightly larger boat. And we really wanted something that we could have an enclosure in the winter. And the 1410 was awesome, but exposed to the elements. But this has given us all the latitude to go out year round, and it's been fantastic and fits perfectly into the space that we've designed for it. And we can have it right in the inner city.
To that end, it's also an easy boat to learn how to drive a boat on. Especially this one, because you're right up and you can kind of see over the water and you like have a good sense of where the boat is going. And that's the literal boat I'm in right now, learning how to drive.
And you just got your boat license.
I just got my boat license. I had a drill sergeant of a teacher. You know, like navigating a boat together is kind of a good test of a relationship, I think. Right? Like learning how to drive it, learning how to maneuver it or tie it up. You really get a sense of your teamwork, patience, collaboration, general love and commitment to the relationship. I still have a lot more to learn though. Actually, with the last boat, we pulled a paddleboard behind it. Like, we did what did we call it? Like, wake paddleboarding.
Like an abridged version of wake surfing.
And I don't know, the boats just allow us to be like playful and fun in addition to give us a place to cuddle up and have as our own private space. We've taken our two main dogs on the boat many times, and they love it, especially with their little boat shoes that give them the traction necessary so they can jump up on the edge and see out, and it's really precious.
The big one though loves it because it's right at like snout level, right off of the gunnel, and so she can rest her head and just stare off the side. Just standing, looking off the side of the boat.
Yeah.
And just right at like dog face level. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But she loves that thing,
It's kind of a great boat too to take dogs because it's so easy to clean. And so like if we were to go in the water, I mean they don't shed, but if they were to shed, it would be really easy to get like dirt, water, their hair out of it.
I think the cool thing about this, unlike any other boat I've been in, is the driving position. I like, for whoever watches, I can't explain to it, you need to get on one of these and actually stand in the driving position. But you can see over the bow of the boat really clearly. And if you're like Seattle or any of the lakes around Seattle, there's so many human-operated craft, tons of kayaks, sailboats, paddle boards, people swimming, hot tub boats with people that have never driven a boat, and it's chaos. It's like Pac-Man out there. Like it's just chaos. And to be able to stand and see over the top and see everyone that's in the water, especially if you're learning, is so incredibly helpful. And out in the Straits here, we have a lot of deadhead or like floating logs. And in a smaller boat, even with the extra alloy around the keel of the boat on the little one, just being able to see over the top of it if you're standing up driving, I think is infinitely more confidence inspiring, just knowing what's coming without having to use binoculars and just seeing right down on it. I mean, either one of us can move this thing around single-handedly in the garage, out of the garage, drop of a hat, we take it downtown after work. Today's a good example. Or if we're going camping with it, it's incredibly easy, like so easy. And I think that's what makes it so appealing for us, is that it doesn't require an enormous amount of maintenance or an enormous amount of work. I mean, it's totally ready to rock and roll at any moment. And I think we're really good about not feeling burdened to get out of here. I think it's a quick, like it's ready to go. There's nothing to do. Nothing has to be fiddled with. It's completely reliable. It's a very, very easy thing to use, and you really don't have to have an enormous amount of, friend help to get it out of the garage or navigate around a small alley like ours. It just kind of works with two people perfectly, and I don't think it's remotely intimidating for either of us. It's not too heavy, it's not too much power. It doesn't take a lot of maintenance. We can both hook it up to the truck really quick, and that's it. And it's easy to look at the time of it end of the day and
Yeah.
just go.